Albany Med ER, Albany Med ER, this is Albany 1. 45, 50-year-old male patient involved in a high-speed motor vehicle crash. He's starting to tach out.
Okay.
130s, 140s. We need to move here.
On the count of 3.
1,
2, 3, deep in.
Good.
Okay.
Changing rhythm.
Changing rhythm. Do we have a pulse with that?
We have a pulse.
All right, nice work.
And we are on the helipad.
Okay.
We gotta move.
Ready? Get
Yep.
Albany Medical Center is a center of learning, and the first pillar represents education. Education is where the art of medicine and the science of healing begin. I could obviously tell you how my experiences here at Albany Med have lasted a lifetime. But let's meet someone who will soon take her training and knowledge into the world as a brand new physician.
I want to go into family medicine because I really enjoy talking with people, making them feel comfortable, and developing a trust between us. At Albany Medical College, there's a learning environment, a care that we leave here with the tools necessary to be good physicians. They want us to see the whole experience of the patient, not just see them as a disease, but as a person. When I leave AMC, I will have the tools I need to be able to learn more. Good doctors say that every day. The best doctors say that every day, that I have so much more to learn.
A center of knowledge cultivates an environment of curiosity, and a thirst for curiosity stimulates the best medical care. AMC researchers stay at the forefront of inquiry. As an example, stem cell research is in the news these days, and did you know that brain stem cells were first discovered by an Albany Med researcher? Let's now visit our second pillar, which symbolizes the energy and commitment to science that distinguishes Albany Medical Center.
Deep down, I really have this enormous desire to do something that will help people.
Every researcher I know is curious. They're basically in it to find out what is the answer. And that's led them to the advances that we've made.
You're basically searching for information that ultimately will benefit the health of the nation.
People can feel good about the fact that progress is made every day on fronts that don't make the newspaper. Some of the big discoveries that are made today probably won't be appreciated as big discoveries until 5, 10, or 15 years down the road.
The third pillar represents our cancer center, that very special place where hope is real and continually growing.
I'm really loving my life. I felt something that I'd never felt before, really deep in my armpit. I was incredulous that I had cancer. I sort of jumped off of a spiritual cliff and didn't know if there was going to be a net to catch me, but there was. Albany Medical Center became my second home. There's an intimacy there, there's a community there.
It's a place that helped give me my mom back. It's one of my favorite places.
I'm a series of small miracles.
We also need to trust and feel confident that our physicians and nurses know the answers and have the tools, techniques, and therapeutics to affect positive outcomes. The fourth pillar represents our Vascular Institute.
What I do in the practice of law probably carries over to everything I do in life. I don't give up. I had some pretty serious health problems. over my years. I was taken to the hospital on a Friday out of court, and Dr. Shaw came to the hospital, he checked me out, looked at the film, and he said, "We have to operate right now." I'm more active now than I was 20 years ago. I work longer hours. I play longer hours. I don't think I could have ever done these things without what I received at the medical center. And if it weren't for their existence, probably myself and many others wouldn't be around here today to enjoy the good life that we do enjoy.
Our fifth pillar represents the Neurosciences Institute and illustrates how investigation and the pursuit of diagnoses bring answers and results.
I was resting in bed and I felt dizzy or the room fading away, and that was pretty much it.
It became apparent that he was really quite critically ill. It was terrifying, really.
We got him into the emergency room as fast as we could.
There was a blood clot and also an area of the brain that had just undergone hemorrhage. The serious aspect was the clot, and that was the tricky part of the diagnosis.
I was confident that they were going to save him.
I consider myself very lucky that I was transported to Albany. All of the staff were professional. That, coupled with the fact that I'm still around, I think I'm indebted.
At AMC, the care is sophisticated, comprehensive, professional, and multidisciplined. Some 350 physicians and over 1,000 nurses and countless other allied health professionals combine to bring to bear an awesome array of specialties and proficiencies. Our sixth pillar represents the Children's Hospital and epitomizes the quality, the depth, and the breadth of care that every patient can receive at any department on any floor at Albany Medical Center Hospital.
Me and my friend, we were riding. There was a cable about a foot off the ground that I didn't see, and I drove directly into it, and it took me off at the stomach, and I was physically cut in half except for the outside skin.
I was at home and I got the phone call, and they said there's been a horrible accident.
I didn't know whether he was going to make it or not.
I said, "Nick, just keep fighting and just remember I love you." And that's when he said, "Not as much as I love you."
We were very, very fortunate to have Albany Medical Center there when we needed them.
If there is such a thing as a miracle in medicine, Nick is one of them.
Every day, the medical center has many stories of life and of miracles. The seventh pillar represents the Heart Institute. And if you don't believe miracles can happen, just ask a heart transplant patient their opinion.
Prior to 1993, I was in excellent shape. I had a very active life. All of a sudden, I had a pain in my chest. I was having a heart attack.
I knew that it was either a transplant or I would probably be losing him. Even though they hadn't done a heart transplant, Bill was the first one. We trusted them.
There are not many people who get second chances. I've had a second chance.
There are miracles happening all the time.
What we rarely talk about is the compassion and generosity of the anonymous neighbors, the quiet force behind all the best medical outcomes at Albany Medical. I'm talking, of course, about the friends and benefactors of Albany Medical Center who have supported this institution over time and made a lasting impact on its quality and vitality. I'm talking about our community leaders who are actively engaged in developing the resources to offer hope and healing to anyone who comes to the door. They understand that philanthropy is more than a personal legacy. It's the lifeblood of medical miracles. Our eighth and final pillar is dedicated to the volunteers and the donors, and those who are actively engaged in this medical center and whose support is essential for its accomplishments.
I think the legacy that the medical center has is that it has maintained its position as the #1 hospital in this region. Giving to Albany Medical Center is like giving to a community foundation. It reaches out and touches the community in so many ways.
The Albany Medical Center plays the role of being the major medical center and teaching hospital in the area. It also gives care to those people who are unable to afford care.
The medical center has never turned a patient away, but we're getting thousands now instead of hundreds. I don't think a choice is necessary. I think you do what your heart feels, what your mind feels, whatever that is.
To imagine this region without Albany Medical Center would be truly to imagine life without miracles. Albany Med is the only place that can handle the kinds of cases that call for medical miracles. It is an extraordinary, indispensable, and irreplaceable regional asset, like nothing other that we have in this region. A triumvirate that combines the highest level of patient care, innovative biomedical and clinical research, and advanced medical training. One of our campaign leaders has said, and I quote, "Albany Med is one place in this area that significantly changes the quality and length of our lives." What could be more important than that? Buoyed by our early progress and by the strength of our leadership, we have set an official goal of $125 million to be achieved by December the 31st, 2004. That is what Albany Medical Center needs to assure its strength for the long term. That is what it needs to enhance those features that protect the health of this region. And that is what it needs to make miracles happen.